Hello, we're back. Thank you for watching. Wanted to talk about 4 senators. We have 4 senators who are now under scrutiny over claims they used insider knowledge about the impending coronavirus crisis to sell shares of their stock before the prices plummeted. Insider trading. And these guys worked on the real inside with the government. Republicans Richard Burr, Kelly Loeffler, James Inhofe, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. These were 3 Republicans who did this. And then there was one Democrat, Dianne Feinstein, who sold shares at the same time. Now, it's illegal for Congress members to trade based on non-public information during their official duties. Yet all 4 senators claim they didn't do that, which doesn't make sense. You know, 4 senators just happen to sell their stock before this crisis happened, before this crash happened. How did you know it? You must be the smartest people on the planet. You're even smarter than Trump. Okay. I tried to say that with a straight face. But anyway, what really was interesting is that when this happened, you got to watch this to believe it. Roll tape.
Second, if I may, sir, are you concerned about members of Congress that may have used information they learned on updates to sell stocks and profit off?
Stop! That's Sean Spicer. Sean Spicer. Now, Sean Spicer is not a journalist. He was the guy who worked for Donald Trump, and he got fired 6 months later. I don't even know if he worked 6 months. But he was, he got made fun of a lot on Saturday Night Live. But why is he asking this question? I mean, he's a Republican. He would want to keep his mouth shut. So why is he asking this question? Well, here's the president's answer. And this would probably explain why he's there. He's there specifically to do a preempt attack on the president so that the questioning of it is very delicate.
Second, if I may, sir, are you concerned about members of Congress that may have used information they learned on updates to sell stocks and profit off of this?
I'm not aware of it. I saw some names. I know all of them. I know everyone mentioned Dianne Feinstein, I guess, and a couple of others. I don't know too much about what it's about, but I find them to all be very honorable people. That's all I know. And they said they did nothing wrong. I find them, the whole group, very honorable people. Yep.
Now what's funny is he couldn't remember any of the people. Well, I know one of them was a Democrat. That's the only thing he can remember. One of them was a Democrat. So now, but, he couldn't remember the other ones. That's funny is that he can't remember. I'm like, I don't remember one of them was a Democrat. The other ones, I'm not sure I didn't really know them that well. But that's okay. Because one news person helped him out because, Donald Trump needs help. So here it is.
Please.
Mr. President, so the whole group would include Richard Burr, the head of the Intelligence Committee, and it also would include Senator Kelly Loeffler. And so the question is whether or not they should be investigated for that behavior.
Well, it also includes Dianne Feinstein, a Democrat. You didn't mention her name. Why didn't you mention her name? And I think she's a very honorable person, by the way. So I'm not saying, but it's interesting that you mentioned 2 people, but you don't mention one that happens to be a Democrat.
Any senator, should they be?
What's funny about that is she brings him up and he goes, well, I noticed you didn't mention a Democrat. Why didn't you mention Democrat? Well, I noticed you didn't mention the Republicans, but you did mention the Democrat. President Trump It's like, first of all, she doesn't have to mention them because you already did. And my question is, how come, you're saying, well, why didn't you mention the Democrat? Well, why didn't you mention the Republicans? You're going to tell me you don't know who Richard Burr is? You don't know who Kelly Loeffler is? You don't know who James Imhoff, I don't know, whatever his name is. I don't know him, but he works for you. And you don't know who they are, but you did know the Democrat? He knew him. He just wanted Sean Spicer to ask the question so that way it would come off. He could say it. He could answer the question the way he wanted to answer it. Because he knew that the news was going to pull out the Republicans. In any case, these people should not just be resigning. They should be arrested. These people should be in jail. And they should give back. That money should be confiscated. You realize that if in this day and age, if I were to break the law, if I were to sell drugs, and they would confiscate all my money, they would confiscate my money, they would confiscate my house, they would confiscate my car, they would put me in jail, and then, of course, I'd probably get fired from my job. But the point is, why aren't these people facing that same type of, why are they not getting punished for this? Why are they not facing losing all their money? All that money should be confiscated. It's illegally gained, for one thing. So why should they get to keep it? Why should they how come they're not being arrested? These people should be arrested. And if this president really cared about justice, he would have them all four arrested. All four. But he's not going to arrest his Republican friends. And I know everybody's going, well, what about Feinstein? She's a Democrat. No, she's a Republican. I've never seen Feinstein do anything or say anything that would challenge the president to do what he's supposed to do. And that's the Democrats' job, really, is to make sure the president stays in line, which they're doing a crappy job of it. But that's their job. And she's all like, well, one day he might learn to be maybe one day he'll be a good president. No, he's not. And you know he's not. But you did exactly what Republicans do all the time. So, anyway, bottom line, they need to give the money back. They need to take all that money that they sold on those stocks on. They need to confiscate it. They need to arrest them and put them in jail. And they need to make them resign and apologize to the American people. And that's my opinion. Signing off.